So the plan for today is to run,
Check out some Van Rysel bikes,
come to ride at the London's Olympic Velodrome.
and then we are going to try one of the best smokehouses in London.
I'm here in London today with my wife and my son, and we came for my birthday. She gave me as a birthday present an experience in the Lee Valley Velodrome in London, which I'm quite excited about. Today, I'm gonna go now for a run. Then we're gonna go to the Decathlon, local to here, which apparently is the biggest in the UK and the fourth biggest in Europe. So I'm quite curious to see how that looks and check out their bikes. And then I'm gonna go to the velodrome. So stay tuned and I'll see you in a bit. I'm here in the gym now, and actually it looks alright. First of all, it's empty. It's got mirrors, so I can see how fat I am. And it's got decent weight. Those ones are big enough to exercise. But what I want today anyway is the treadmill, because I want to go for a run. Might do some warm up and see how it goes. I have just finished my 5k easy run. Was supposed to be 8k, but I remember why I hate running on a treadmill. It's so boring. I'd much rather run outside. In fact, that's probably what I'm gonna do next. Next time, not today. Today I'll now go and have a shower, pop in the car, go to the Decathlon, and then go to Lee Valley Velodrome.
So we are here at the Decathlon in Surrey Quays in London, and it's supposed to be the biggest Decathlon in the UK and the fourth biggest in Europe. But the reason I'm really here is because I want to see their cycle section. I want to see their bikes and see what they look like, because the local one doesn't really have much. So I came here and I will go and have a look and show you around. I think Decathlon really improved their games on bike in the last few years, especially when they introduced the Van Rysel. And these bikes just look amazing. They're really well made and well spec'd. Shame I can't afford one. But, you know, I'll put a link down below. And if you want to donate, just donate for me to buy a new bike. Just kidding, it's not true. But if you work for Decathlon or Van Rysel and you want to sponsor me, feel free to do so. You can send me one of these, or even the £3,000 one. I don't mind that, which is right there. I just love these bikes. They look so cool. Look at that. It's got Durace DI2 full group set, DT Swiss carbon wheels, integrated handlebar. I think the color scheme is really cool as well. The quality is just so cool. And that's the price. It used to cost £10,000, now is £6,999. This one, it is £3,000. It's got Ultegra Di2 and Mavic carbon wheels. I think they are 50 millimeters or 60 by the look of it. And that's £3,000. Nice physics saddle. There the handlebar. I think it looks cool. I've always been kind of against the Decathlon bike because I always thought they were cheap, and I was always going for more traditional brand. But now, since they introduced the Van Rysel brand to their lineup, I think that they really upped their game. The bikes look amazing, the specs are amazing, and I think the price as well is very competitive. So I think Decathlon is not anymore for just cheap bikes, but you can get really high-end bikes for a good price. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments if you like them, if you hate them, if you think that they are not as good as bigger brands. I'm just curious to see your opinion. So leave a comment down below, let me know what you think.
Right, I'm inside Lee Valley Velodrome and I'm gonna get changed now. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit nervous, but I'll see you in a bit. I am all ready, changed and ready to go. Let's see what comes out of it. I am nervous. I don't know if I remember how to cycle in a velodrome, but I guess we'll find out. I am nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but there is these kids behind me. They seem like they are smashing it. Reminds me of when I was younger. So now I am just waiting for a bike, because the bike that they are going to give me, there is none there left. So yeah, I'll just have to wait. And I am nervous, and I just shitting myself basically. I'm done, and it has been harder than I remembered. My legs are absolutely shattered and I could barely do the stairs, but it was so much fun. Definitely recommend, and definitely made me want to come back and race on the track. Here I am back at the hotel after the velodrome experience. It was amazing. So I would highly recommend it. If you are curious, if you are in two mind, if you're not sure because you don't have brakes, you got fixed gear and it's quite steep and it can be quite scary, I would highly recommend it. It doesn't matter if you're new, there is a lot of new people there that have never been on track.
And I know it can be quite daunting, and my recommendation is still to go and do it. You won't regret it. It's a lot of fun. It's very hard as well. I, however, have got a background in bike racing, and some of it is in the velodrome. However, I was still very nervous when I first went in, but the nervousness quickly settled once I got onto the bike. So how the day started there, I just got there, went into the changing room, got changed, walked into the truck in the middle of the velodrome, and there was a reception. You sign in, and then they ask if you need to rent shoes, helmets, gloves. I had all of that. I just had to use a bike, which is included in the price. They gave me a bike, I adjusted the saddle height, and then there was a 5-minute brief with the coach that basically just went through all the safety procedures and safety measures. And after that, off we went onto the track. First on the low side just for a warm-up, and then higher up onto the steep turns. It did feel really good. However, it's incredible how dry my mouth became. So if you decide to do these kind of events, don't forget to bring a water bottle. I didn't, and I had to get off the track a couple of times to go down to the fountain to drink. My legs as well were really sore at the end of the day. We did a few laps with a couple of stops, and then we did a flying lap, which is basically one lap where you pick up speed, and then the last lap, which is launched, and you need to do it as fast as possible. And I've done it in about 17.5 seconds, which I think is all right. But the gearing was quite light, and I was kind of spinning out, and my legs were really tired. Also, to add to that, if you decide to go to a velodrome experience and you care about performance, don't do a 5K run in the morning like I did.
No shit, Sherlock.
But it was amazing. And after the flying lap, I got off the bike, and I felt like I had a massive leg workout. I was walking down the stairs, and I really had to hold on onto the handrail because my legs were giving up. But it felt good. Being back on track was really good. I was really nervous at the beginning before getting onto the bike, but as soon as I've done the first lap, it felt like I've never left. A part of the legs, they did feel like they forgot how it feels to be on track. I had a chat there with the coach, and I asked how it works to race on the track. And apparently there is 4 levels of accreditation that you need to go through before you can race. The level 1 is a practice session, level 2 is an exam, level 3 is another practice session, and level 4 is an exam. Once you pass those, you basically get a license and you can race. Those are about £25 per day, per session, which is about £100 altogether. So I think that's going to be my next step, and maybe even build a track bike, which I think would be quite cool. As I said, I highly recommend if you're curious to see how the track feels. Also, it feels a bit special because there isn't many indoor tracks which are wooden and especially in that great condition. So yes, highly recommend it. If you're in two mind, just go for it. You won't regret it. Now we are off to one of the best smokehouses in London, apparently. It's called Smokestack. It's got great reviews. I'll let you know how the food is there, and I'll see you later. After a whole day of exercise and traveling around London, it's time to try out one of the best smokehouses in London and just indulge in some amazing beef. So, the day is done. The food was lovely. Arlo wants to go home now. He's full and he wants to go home. The day at the velodrome was really good. It was really hard. However, it was a lot of fun. So if any of you is thinking of doing the velodrome experience and you're a bit worried that it's going to be too much or it's going to be difficult because you know you don't have brakes and all that, just go for it. There is a lot of people that have never been to a track before and they all love it, and it's very safe. You've got a coach there. So yeah, if you are thinking of doing that, go on and do it. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it. And I think for this video it's all.
Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.